Said
Same color as your hair, almost.
no, that's got a little more moisture
A little
than
bit
my
darker.
hair.
A little bit darker.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, it's gonna be a great night of racing. We haven't been here for 6 years. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been too long.
You were still racing.
I got to do, me and JD Beach, we had a little bit of, we were fighting in the back of the pack. We were a little deeper than we wanted to be, but it was good times. I have really good memories here back in 17 and 18.
We actually watched some of the old races last night at the place where we're staying, and you actually finished second here before.
Back in 17, yeah, and then 18 I had a long battle with the killer whale.
Max Whale, yeah, he was yanking on the straightaways. We decided last night, hindsight's always 20/20, but we decided it's because you weren't shifting your motorcycle.
I was too late for the shifting era, but all these guys today, you're going to see all the 450 shifting.
So they've got a brand new build, new bridge over there on the back straightaway since the last time we're here. It's the Super.com bridge. We went up and over it earlier. It's a lot of steps to get over there, but if you park on the back side, you can go up and over and go to the middle right there. If you park on the front side, there's a tunnel underneath turn number 1. It's such a unique racetrack.
Did you show Maddie our
what?
The bridge? She's been talking about the bridge all week.
We went over the bridge and we went under the tunnel. I've showed her the whole track. The only place she hasn't been yet is over there to Beer Hill over there outside turn number 3. And she's going to make her way over there during practice and qualifying because she wants to get the full experience because she comes from the sprint car world.
Back when I was racing here, they had a the big screen was over there on Beer Hill going into turn 3 and down the back stretch.
Oh, you're watching?
Yeah, I'd look to see. And luckily I was in the front so I could see where the guys were behind me. But it was kind of cool, little advantage.
I watched them do that actually at the Chili Bowl a couple years ago when I was there. The big screen was going into 1, and you could watch them. They'd look up, and then they would drive a little defensively.
After you get by the little kink in the backstretch, then you can kind of take your sight and look up for a second.
Also, I'd like to make an announcement for the Harley-Davidson VIP ticket holders. When you arrive behind the front ticketing booth at 6 o'clock for the escort to the VIP experience, and then if they miss the 6 p.m. at the infield concession stand by 6:10, so that's for all the Harley-Davidson VIPs. They're actually going to be a bunch of them are going to be riding in here from Appalachian Harley-Davidson in just a little bit. We'll try to catch them as they ride in, and man, what a unique racetrack. And we were talking earlier, and we did some stuff for FS1, and you were talking about how long these straightaways are and how tight the corners are, and I think that's another unique aspect of this racetrack.
I think another part is these singles riders, only 2 of them that are racing today have raced here on this track before, and a lot of the top guys in the points said they could not believe how big the track actually was. And one of the top riders said they didn't know it was banked. From watching the videos, you could not tell it was banked. So then when they saw the actual level of banking that's here in the corners, they were surprised. And I mean, look at how long those straightaways are, Scotty.
So as a former rider, when you would come to a racetrack for the very first time, do you walk the track? I mean, here you can walk pretty much from infield to infield. And what are you looking for when you arrive at a new racetrack for the very first time?
I like to walk it just so you can see the different levels. And really, I feel like I had a good feel with my foot, actually feeling the dirt, trying to see the level of moisture in it. And then when we were doing that pre-race preview, it is billboard smooth for the most part, Scotty, but there was one little ridge, and that's something that you need to take into account later on in the night.
Yeah, you'll have to watch that. Watch how the track does change. They've actually put some calcium on the racetrack, which will actually keep the moisture in it for a little bit longer. And, the breeze actually blowing them down the front straightaway. They'll be fighting the wind going, down the back straightaway. So we'll have to keep that in mind as well. So there's a lot of different factors, and we'll see what the dirt does. It will typically, a race car track will take rubber faster than a non-race car track.
Yeah, and I was just going to say that I don't think it's going to be very long with the level of sunlight that we have before this track starts getting a little bit black, blue groove coming out of the corners and into the corners. You got to get on the binders. You got to get on the brakes pretty hard going off into these corners just because it is such a paperclip. And we're lucky to have the drone footage here today to see actually how, I mean, if you looked at it from Google, the corners are so much shorter than the straightaways.
And definitely when you look from Google too, that's when you can tell it's not banked. There
yeah,
you can see
look
some
at
of the
that.
banking right there.
Yeah, it is tough to see the banking, and it is really banked. That's why it allows for you to go so high up the racetrack when there's a good moisture content, which with that calcium chloride that it put in earlier today, it will help the moisture come up later tonight and also throughout the day program. This is a racy racetrack, Scotty. I mean, typically it's not follow the leader. In 2017, we raced on Sunday during the day, so very follow the leader then. But in 2018, in those rest those years, you could really go wherever you wanted.
And we do have 3 classes racing with us today. The first class to be on the racetrack here at 4:30 any moment now will be our Mission AFT Super Twins class. Right after that will be the Royal Enfield Build Train Race program. And then right after that is the Kicker AFT Singles. Those are the 3 classes. There's 1 round of practice, and then we'll start getting ready for qualifying already. Right after after opening ceremonies, we will get into our qualifying heat races. There is an open paddock area for you folks. You can go into the pits and meet your favorite riders, and that's going on from 6:30 till 7. It is shorter here today, and then you are more than welcome to go to the pits when we get done racing at the end of the night. And I know sometimes at the end of the races, you would stick around, and a lot of riders come in there, or a lot of fans come in there, and you get to meet them, and you can hang out as long as you wanted to.
Yeah, and especially if you go find the riders that had a really good night, they might be feeling a little extra giving, talk to you a little bit, have a bigger smile.
Yes, definitely stop by and get a souvenir T-shirt. There's souvenir stands on the outside of the track, and there's also one in the middle of the racetrack. And the Williams Grove Speedway, their souvenir stores are open as well. Me and Maddie from Wisconsin already went down there, and we bought some race car shirts, and she bought some motorcycle shirts. So we're taking home a lot of stuff tomorrow.
We've been on a roll buying shirts lately.
Yeah, we have, actually, every round.
Part of the check just goes right to, I mean, they've done a great job with the shirts this year, and you can't not buy it if you like it.
And also what I really like about this shirt, too, is Brandon Robinson, who's from Pennsylvania, is on there, and Trevor Bruner is on there, too. So it's two fast guys. And Bruner is maybe one of 2 AFT singles riders that have raced here before. All the rest of them, it's brand new to them.
It's Bruner and Jones. Those are the only 2. The rest of them have never been. They've probably never been here to see a car race. Maybe some of the Pennsylvania guys have, but none of them have raced here other than those 2.
We saw that tall rider just walk by. He's got those red and white leathers on. That will be the rider filling in for Brandon Robinson. That's Terrence Santero, who's actually riding in both classes. He's riding that Harley Davidson for the very first time. He says he's got about 8 laps on it, but it was on a cushion racetrack. So he's filling in for Brandon Robinson, who's a Pennsylvania rider. We'll talk to him a little bit later on during opening ceremonies.
He'll adjust to it pretty quick. I mean, relatively, this is an easy track to ride, not necessarily an easy track to go fast on, because the line selection in the corners very pivotal later on to figure out exactly where you want to be and which line's going forward the hardest. So Jones and Bruner, a little bit of an advantage those 2 might have early on in these sessions for qualifying.
In just a few moments, we'll get out there onto the racetrack with our first round of qualifying. I'm sorry, first round of practice. Just 1 round of practice, 2 rounds of qualifying. And in practice on a track like this, Colby, and I know we've talked about a lot of these people haven't been here before. Do you try to hop in with somebody that has been here before? Or do you try to space yourself out?
No, I would space myself out far enough where I could see some other people so I can kind of have a mental gauge, but far enough out where I just don't get hung up behind somebody, because you do have to stop really hard going into the corners here because you have so much speed built up. But this first practice session, you're really going to figure it out. But I think the hardest challenge here tonight, Scotty, is the actual night program, because you have to make a lot of adjustments very quickly to your motorcycle. Like in 2018, I sat on pole for the singles main event. I ended up 5th that night because maybe we didn't make enough adjustments. Shayna and I believe it was,
what year are you talking about? 17,
oh my gosh.
You said?
Yeah, we know this.
Well, come on. Keep thinking
Shayna
about
got 2nd. Morgan Mishler got 3rd. Maxwell got 4th. And the winner was Tanner Dean. I didn't even have to look.
In 2018 was
yes,
Dean.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about 2017.
Yep. Nope, Tanner Dean rolled us that night. And those guys, they made the right adjustments. They got great starts, and they checked out. Tanner Dean was gone.
How hard is it to make those changes? When you go out there, your fast time, or you go out there and qualify very well, and then you're sitting back there in the pits, and you don't want to change anything, but you have to keep up with the track.
Yeah, it's an educated guess, right? You have to come up with a theory and hope that it's the right theory that you're going to want to do, but I think we're coming to the track right now, Scotty.
Last half mile of the season, bikes are rolling. It's your Mission AFT Super Twins class. 1 round of practice, and here they come according to their point standings. They're rolling out there right now. Here they come. Cody Kopp is on the 12. 1 is Dallas Daniels. 3 is Briar Bauman. 67, Davis Fisher. 48, Trent Lowe. 26, Aiden Rusev. 25 is Ben Lau. 70, Declan Benner. The 24, the Canadian Hunter Bauer. Those are the bikes on the racetrack.
Bauer's going to have a good bike here today. And one thing that's really special, you notice right away, the 62 plates, Dan Bromley supporting everyone here, getting to run those here in this first session. Very, very, very special.
We lost Dan 2 weeks ago. It's totally optional. If you have them, you can run them. It looks like pretty much everybody in the Super Twins class is, in this, especially in this race. Honoring Dan Bromley. It's Cody Kopp. Daniels. Briar Bauman right behind him.
Just trying out some different lines there. Briar Bauman able to go by Dallas. Man, I think some of these these Japanese and Austrian, the inline twins, are going to be able to pull off the corner really well. It's going to be a track where you see different advantages between the Harley-Davidsons, the KTM, the Yamahas, and I believe we have a Suzuki and maybe a Kawi today.
Well, I thought the Harleys would pull off the corners better, and the Japanese and Austrian brands would do better at the end of the straightaway.
I think the inline twins are going to pull off the corner, but the key is, Scotty, it's going to be who can actually put the power to the ground. The Harleys, that I think they might have the advantage on that end, actually getting off the corner better. But traditionally, like Davis and Dallas Daniels, their bike should pull faster off the corner.
Cody Kopp, quickest so far, 27.030. Again, they're all running the 62 plates on the front. That's to honor Dan Brownlee. They got their normal numbers on their side number plates, and some riders run those numbers on their back as well. Fisher running really low down here, 1 and 2.
Yeah, he's trying to get by Dallas there. He's got a good lap time going right now. He's back there in third. Breyer moved up to second that time.
Do you want to try to pass somebody right now, or do you want to try to follow and see what they're doing?
They're going slower than you, Scotty.
Who is?
And no, if they're going slower in front of you, you got to pass them.
All right.
I'm not sitting there hanging out.
I was like, who's going slower than me?
I don't know if you're trying to have tea and crumpets. We got to go.
Yeah, you don't want. So you don't want to follow anybody right now?
No, not right now.
All right.
There's no advantage to that.
New quick time, Cody Kopp, 26.988.
Declan Bender up there in fourth, and Hunter Bauer. Hunter, me knowing that bike is going to be fast. I don't know if they're riding the 750.
Why is that bike going to be faster?
The way it felt when I rode it. I just know how much power it pulls off the corner so hard. He's got a good shot today. If he's on the 750, that thing would really run. But so a guy like Chad Coase, he's kind of going back and forth. I heard that he might be racing the 750 today, and I like that decision because the 750 does have a bit more grunt to get off the corner. As long as you can get it to hook up, the bigger bike will pull off the corner a little bit harder.
The 750 as opposed to which other bike?
700.
Okay, I got you. Just making sure.
That's how the Yamahas come. They come at like a 689, I believe, so a 700, and then a lot of these teams can bore them out for the mile to like a 750.
Do we write that one down? We got one more group to go here in our Mission AFT Super Twins class. What do you think? All right.
So we got a sleeper in that second. We got Chad Coase. He got second.
Not that long ago.
At Budds Creek.
This is the last half mile of the season.
It seems so soon. I mean, Scotty, we've only got, what, four more stops?
5. Sturgis.
Well, 2 at Springfield, so 4 more stops.
Well, 2 at Sturgis.
Yeah.
Peoria.
Yeah.
2 at Springfield.
Yeah.
That's 3 more stops.
Well, today.
Okay.
We don't know math.
That's why we race motorcycles.
Yeah, something like that.
All right. First practice group is in the books for you fans that are here. Welcome out here to Williams Grove. 12 bike Cody Kopp was quickest out there. Briar Bauman on the 3 was second. 67 Davis Fisher was third. 70 Declan Bender was fourth. Hunter Bauer is fifth on the 24. Trent Lowe on that Honda is sixth. Aiden Roos Sevens on his Harley Davidson is seventh. Dallas Daniels, our defending champ, is eighth. And Ben Lau, the 25 on his KTM, is ninth quick. Here comes group number 2 rolling onto the racetrack. The 14 from Gap, Pennsylvania, is Logan McGrain. 22 is also from Pennsylvania's Mitch Harvitt. 34, another Pennsylvania rider, Cam Smith. 49, Chad Coase. 57, Ian Wolf. 75, Terran Santero. His first ever Twins ride is right now. 79, Dalton Gauthier in the Royal Enfield. 94 is Ryan Wells out of retirement. And the 96 is Cody John Cox. Did you talk to Wells?
No, didn't catch up. I was hanging out with Justin Jones, my parents' sponsor, in Casey's Like a Helmet World. Hook him up with some helmets.
Whoa, where are you going, Chad?
The 750, threw it in a little deep, Scotty.
All right. So not as much back pressure to slow it down? I don't know. He just kept going.
Yeah, maybe didn't think Dalton was going to woe it down so much.
Looks like Logan pulls out of the way. Watch this.
He just kind of lost the rear a little bit.
Just got in there a little bit too out the back end, tries coming around. He's actually following Dalton Gauthier, who is also from Pennsylvania. Yeah, Chad just kept on going up the racetrack. Logan had an issue. Remember, Logan had motorcycle issues at DuQuoin, didn't finish that race. So
he's
maybe fighting another gremlin, another Pennsylvania rider.
He's another guy that had a really good run there at Budds Creek.
Yeah, he won the Mission Challenge. Here comes the 49, already catching up to the back of the 79. Again, running the 62 plates to honor Dan Bromley, so they all look the same from the front.
Yeah, Chad needs to try to get by him pretty quickly here. He's got pace, but they're running almost the same exact line. And even though you'd think this place would have a ton of grip, it does get a little bit slippery. So you do really have to see how Dalton gets his weight so far back. That's a key here, man. You got to get your weight back to get as much weight on that rear wheel. But right there, oh, man, I thought he would have had that pass. But, yeah, it's so important to get a good drive off the corners here.
49, Chad Coase sitting in the 10th spot. 79, Dalton Gauthier out front. He's sitting 13th quick so far. It's just practice, but every lap counts.
think if I'm Chad, I might back out of it just a little bit. But honestly, a good place here to see if you can get a pass. He's going to get by him down this back straightaway. Dalton went wide. Chad's going to get a good run here and go right by him.
Scotty Taylor's tuned in. We were supporting him with technical advice last night. Now he's supporting us over here watching American Flat Track.
A little flat track flashback.
A little flat track flashback on YouTube. Check it out, man. There's some cool stuff there always.
Dalton went right back by him.
And then he takes a look over his shoulder. You hear the tires chirping, going into the corners. Our friends with Dunlop are here in the middle, and that van was a busy place earlier today. They were selling a lot of tires for these teams. And it is taking rubber going into, especially going into 3. They're going up the racetrack down here in the middle of 3 and 4. Man, Dalton was really crossed up right there. And here comes Chad blasting on by. White flag is out from big PR flag man.
Chad's hitting the limiter so hard down that front stretch. You can hear on that speedy cam.
So what do? Go back to the pit area and take a tooth off?
I don't know, Scotty. The problem here is it's that paperclip shape, so you need the torque to get off the corner. But I do think he's probably on that 750 right now.
He's got Robbie Bobby helping out there in the pit area
today. I'm surprised you're still awake. You had a long week, Scotty.
Had a long week.
How many races did you announce?
I announced 166 races. After the AFT race ended on Sunday, we started the amateur program on the Des Moines Mile. Replay here, watching the man in the white is Dalton Gauthier, and the one behind him is Chad Kose.
If you want to teach your kid how to ride with good form, Dalton Gauthier right there. Elbow was perfectly up, arm was straightened out, weight's getting back, foot on the pegs. That I can never do that. I can go I could go fast at times, but I could never have that style of form now. He's picture perfect. He's really, really good. Mine was very unorthodox.
So I'm going to go ahead and write that down. 26.988. Cody Kopp was fast time in our first round practice. Cam Smith up there second from Pennsylvania on the 34.
He almost got you on the right down.
Yep. 27.014 for Cam Smith. The other one that was fast out there was Ryan Wells, who's hopped on that motorcycle that he's on the OTB team, filling in for Brandon Price, who's stepped away for the rest of the season, it sounds like.
It's honestly not that surprising for Smith to hop up there. One of those guys that can just show up at any time and have some pace.
He's finished on a podium here before, but is back in the day on a single. So we'll see what he can do a little bit later on. Here comes the Build Train Race ladies, it looks like, rolling onto the racetrack. Again, we enter and exit the racetrack just at the end of the front straightaway. 5 is Emma Gotch, 17 Morgan Reinhold, 19 is Sammy Weiss, 23 is Kristen Rodriguez, 39 Hannah Brewer, 58 Mallory McGill, 72 is Brooke Lozano, 113 Maticella Rodriguez, and the 555 Giovannina Shipman. She's from Maybrook, New York, and it looks like some of these ladies are running 62s on the front number plates too.
Yeah, I think AFT helped provide all of them, so it's just one of those special things that we're able to do here to honor Dan, and glad everyone. We're going to see a lot of these in this class and the singles class as well, and then some bracelets were getting handed out today.
I didn't get one. You got one on already. I saw a lot of 62 t-shirts as well.
We got our buttons on, and this is the place where Dan actually won his championship back in 2018. That was part of the...
He locked it up.
Yeah, this is where we watched that video last night.
Getting up to speed. This is the Royal Enfields. For you new fans that have never seen them, they're all on the exact same motorcycles, and they make some adjustments and fine-tune them to make it how they want it. So the wheels are different colors. Sometimes the paint jobs are a little bit different colors. Obviously, the leathers are different colors, and it's a 2-year program. When they finish the 2 years, they get to keep their motorcycles. They do apply for them, for that position to ride them.
And a little bit of a championship battle here for second. Emma Gotch has pretty much got it locked up, barring some big issue tonight. She's 15 points out front, but Julia Hess and Maticella Rodriguez only 4 points separating them for second.
They both had great seasons, and I think the second season for all these ladies is when they start to shine, because they've got a full season under their belt. They go back to some of the same racetracks for the first time. But yeah, Emma Gotch won the first 3 rounds. Maticella Rodriguez won the last round at Nashville, and Hess has got 3 seconds in the third. Maticella Rodriguez has 3 thirds and 2 thirds and 2 fourths. So they're very, very competitive.
Yeah, and that was a good race at Nashville. They're going back and forth.
Great race.
Maticella was able to get it done. It's fun to watch.
It's hard to pick out some of these ladies again. Looks like they're all running the 62 plates on the front. There's the 39 of Brewer, Hannah Brewer, third quick so far. Only 1 round of practice for the ladies, just like we do have in the other 2 classes. I like the purple rims, purple leathers. It looks good. A little bit drier. She's trying to go as low as she can down there by the moisture will run down the hill. Just a couple of bobbles right there. Big P pulls the white flag out of his pocket. He's going to show the ladies. Maticela Rodriguez goes to the top spot. The 113 is fastest, 29.631. And that is Raymond Rizzo. He is our racing chaplain. He is here with us today helping out Big P.
It's kind of fun. Raymond stepped up to the big leagues at DuQuoin and threw the double checker.
Emma Gotch having an issue outside turn number 2. She's looking down at the motorcycle. That is our points leader coming in. She looks like she's trying to get it fired up. She's trying to get that bike into neutral too. So sometimes they start easier when they're in neutral, not with the clutch engaged.
Is that an announcing curse?
Yeah, that'd be you.
No.
Yeah.
Don't say that. I don't want that on my conscience. It's early. It's free practice. We got time.
It's racing. This is what they call racing. So unfortunately, she had a little issue down there outside turn number 2, and she's second quick so far. So in practice right now, it's the 113. Checkered flag is out. Maticela is at the top spot, 29.631.
Picking up where she left off.
Yeah, she's a very fast rider. Checkered flag is out for our ladies out here. Again, only one round of practice. Here comes another one back around. Well, they've already made that lap, so they're going to take it into the pit area. That was my fault. Maticela Rodriguez, quick time on the 113, 29.631. Emma Gotch is stopped outside turn number 2, and she is second quick with the 29.848. Hannah Brewer's the 39, and she is third quick, 30.306. And that is where Emma Gotch puts her hands up. So you put your right hand up because you pull that left clutch in with your left hand. So you put your right hand up as soon as you can and make sure the riders behind you do not run over you.
Hand, leg, foot.
Anything.
Yeah, it depends on what the situation is.
Anything. So we are in our first round. Again, one full round of practice for all of our classes, and then we will get into qualifying out here at the Grove. Did you go see the Harley booth? There's a Harley tent set up in the middle.
I see you got your chip.
I got my poker chip already. There's a number plate for Dan Bromley and the little halo above it right there. That's painted on the front straightaway for us here today.
450's on the racetrack.
Final group in our first round and only round of qualifying. Kicker AFT singles are out there. Here they come getting up to speed.
Taryn doing double duty.
Back to back. The one is Tom Drain, 88 Chase Sadoff, 28 Cage Tadman, 75 Taryn Santero, 21 Trevor Bruner. He was here back in 2020 as a rookie. 10 is Walker Porter, 83 Braden Fanders, 113 Jack Brooks, 63 Jared Lowe, 31 Evan Kelleher, 91 Justin Jones, and the 41 is New York's finest, that's Ryder Reese.
Scotty, going to be interesting if Taryn can bring what he had at Budds Creek. They're coming from dead last to second. This track, we're in the same region of dirt levels, so maybe they can figure out what they had going with the bike there.
Same color dirt, but also he's already been on the racetrack, so he can get out there and go fast right away.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what he's doing right now. Is none of these guys have the experience that he has, even though he just did it 6 laps ago, but still, he knows the actual shape of the track, knows kind of when to brake and gas, and he can ride this 450 a lot harder. I wouldn't say a lot harder, but definitely a bit differently and potentially go into the corner a little bit deeper than the Twin. The Twin's got a lot coming off.
What Taryn's done this season is when he's gone down or had a mechanical, it just fires him up, and he started at the back of the pack and made his way towards the front twice. So maybe he just needs to, somebody just needs to knock him in the chest and send him to the back row.
And he just went P1 right there. Taryn Santero sitting in first.
Tadman is second, and Santero's mixing it up with the 88 Chase Sadoff, who's dropped down to fourth, 27.409. So just a couple of tenths of a second off of Taryn Santero. How about Tadman up there? And Kelleher's in that third spot on the 31. Kelleher's got help from Schaefer's Motorsports, who's here in Pennsylvania.
The one advantage that Tom Drain might have here is a little bit drier
way
down
there.
Grit, but yeah, Tom Drain's got at least a crew that's raced here before. Dallas Daniels won here before on the 450, so they've got a bit of data and some knowledge to be able to bring here with him.
Would the gearing be the same or very similar?
Yeah, it'd be
because
similar.
The bikes change, the track changes a little bit. But yeah, look at 88 of Santero. I'm sorry, the 88 Sadoff is way down there below the groove, and maybe it looked like it was more more moisture down there because it's a little bit darker.
Yeah, it does, but it's been a while since they've watered it in too, Scotty. When you're down that lower, you've got to turn a lot more, so you're making the bike turn more, a little bit more on the side of the tire, less grip.
And you lose your momentum going that low too. You got to get on the brake to get down there. It seems like 3 and 4 seems like it's a little bit flatter over here.
Chase P1, Tom Dreen second, Taryn goes back to 4th. Chase, I like what Chase is doing, though. He's trying everything. He's moving around. He moves up just a little bit there, not quite as low as last time, but man, look at that drive he got down the backstretch. Chase Sadoff went to the 26s.
When you raced here, did you feel like 3 and 4 were completely different than 1 and 2?
Yeah, the shape is.
And this looks like it's flatter right here. And right there, it definitely did.
Yeah, coming off the corner, it's flatter for sure, I think. But the thing about turn 2 is you got to turn so far because it kind of brings you up into the guardrail wall, and you got to kind of keep turning, and then you get to straighten it out.
Should I write it down or should I wait? What do you think?
It's fast, 26.7. Dang, he backed it up 2 times.
That's faster than the Super Twins.
He's 4/10 faster than Taryn in second, so Chase was kind of dragging Taryn along.
Well, and he also was, hunting around looking for different lines.
Man, he scorched that thing off down low. So it's going to be maybe people in this second group, their tuners will be able to tell them like, hey, in 1 and 2.
If they're paying attention.
Yeah, got to pay. It's tough. Tough on a small team.
Tough. If they have the app on their phone, they can watch what we're watching here on the screen.
Yeah, but I'm pretty impressed he was able to burn that thing off riding that low. But that last lap, it looked like he got a good drive off too.
I want to say hats off to every single rider racing today run the number 62 front number plate. Every single rider out there honoring Dan Bromley today, who was from Pennsylvania. Group 2 is up next. 43, Jacob Vandekoy. 66, Pennsylvania rider Logan Eisenhardt. 72, Jess Reynolds. She's from Pennsylvania. 93 is Kayla Martin. 112, Gabrielle Poivert from Canada. 117, Jet Katarzi. 122, Johnny Conoby from Pennsylvania. 156, Jordan Bolak from Canada. 210, Jackson Sengels from Kansas. And then the Cunninghams, both from PA. They are identical twins. 225, Tyler Cunningham. 252 is Dylan Cunningham. Here they come. Group 2 is on the racetrack. First and only round of practice. Here comes the singles. Singles are faster than the twins right now. It's because there's more rubber on the track, you think?
Yeah, I would say a little bit more rubber on the track.
That's 156 of Bolak. Lead him off of turn 2. He is very good on a cushion. He's getting faster and faster on these groove tracks.
That's a good person to be able to pass him, though. If Eisenhardt can get by him, that'd be nice for Bolak to be able to follow him by. Bolak's just going to have to go into the corner a little bit deeper, but just doesn't. I mean, this track's very oddly shaped, Scotty, and this is nothing like he's probably ridden up in Canada where it's such a paperclip, so you do kind of got to toss that thing in there and then just try to get back on the gas.
For the new fans that have never watched our sport, oddly shaped, meaning long straightaways and very tight corners.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All the big rigs cross the racetrack right between, right off of turn 2 and where that, underneath that, right by that bridge. And sometimes there's a little bit of a hump right there, but it looks very smooth this year.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth. The really only concern ever, the thing you have to focus on is just coming off of turn 2 here. You just got to make sure you get it turned really well.
That guardrail sneaks up on you. Out front, Logie Bear, Logan Eisenhardt. He goes up to second quick, 27.040 for our leader who is from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, he's rolling good. Bolak wasn't able to hang on the backside of him. If he was, be able to learn. Man, that was a good run. He almost into the 26s.
There's Bolak, the Canadian rider. He goes up a little bit too high.
Yeah,
he's going to lose a lot of momentum. Here comes Katarzi right behind him.
He lost the rear coming in and never was able to come back under him, which just means you're kind of in an uncontrolled slide a little bit. You're waiting for the bike to actually catch back up to yourself.
Good little battle deeper in the field. Where are the twin brothers at? They're looking at 16th and 19th. Not too far apart again, 27.69 and 27.7. So close.
Always. They don't need to be.
No. That's how their brains work, man. They're dialed in. They're the same. Again, for you new fans out here, we know we're in sprint car country. Leathers are required in every class out here as the white flag comes out. Also, a little thing different here in flat track than sprint car racing. We start at a dead stop on the starting line. Sprint cars, they cannot do that.
4 abreast, just stopped.
Well, they're rolling. We're 4 abreast.
Yeah, 4 abreast on the starting line.
Like they do sprint cars, but the sprint cars is a salute, but we go 4 abreast at a stop on the starting line. So that's a very good point.
We were 3 abreast watching the races last night on the couch.
We were. wide open. It's hard to keep track of, Maddie. She talks fast.
She's excited.
She loves spring.
Bolak got a little bit faster there in that last lap.
There goes Jess Reynolds picking up the checkered flag.
So Dylan Cunningham up to 5th.
Whoa. He left his brother in the dust. Tyler's back there 19th.
Said, buddy, drag me along.
Come on.
I think you're right, Scotty. The track is probably putting a little bit more rubber down, starting to bring some more grip up.
Definitely is. So there's a lot going on out here today. Here's some replays before we take them into a break. I'm assuming, oh, there goes one of the riders going way up the race. Oh, that's Eisenhard getting really crossed up going up the racetrack. He's trying to keep up and go into the corner with Bolak. Appalachian Harley-Davidson has a display area in the fan zone. Stop by and see what they got going. They got some free stuff again right there in the middle of the racetrack. Stop by and see them. They're our title sponsor. Also find the Mission Food area. They got some free Mission food, free Mission chips. American Flat Track has a booth. They got the event T-shirt set up with Brandon Robinson and the 21 of Bruner on the T-shirt. Thank you so much to Christian Motorcycle Association for helping what they're doing, helping out here with the motorcycle parking and blessing the motorcycles out here today. Harley-Davidson VIP ticket holders will be meeting at 6 p.m. at the front grandstand gate entrance. Also from the track, the restrooms are located throughout the facility, front grandstand, infield, behind the grandstand. So there's a lot going on. Also, no glass bottles are allowed out here today. And 50/50 community chairs from Community Cares is the 50/50 tickets they'll be walking around doing. And there's also a raffle going on for Back on Track that has the Arai helmet. Get your raffle tickets to help injured riders get back on the racetrack. And just one little more housekeeping reminder, this Sunday your camping, you need to be out of the camping area before 1 p.m. We appreciate all you folks for coming out here today. All right. So far, we got one full round of practice in. I'm Scotty Dubler. That's Colby Carlisle. The third member of our crew is Maddie Rue. Maddie, where in the heck are you?
Hey, checking in, guys, here from the Super.com bridge here on the backstretch. Fans already making their way into the pit area here as we continue practice. But the vibes here are just stoked, right? We haven't been here in 6 years. Fans are super excited to see it. You can hear them in the background. They're getting pretty rowdy already.
That is Maddie Rue. She comes from the sprint car world. She's up there on top of the Super.com bridge, and you can come to the infield and watch from the infield. When I came to the World of Outlaws here, we actually were in the infield and got to be right up there by the edge of the fence, and it was a lot of fun. I hung out with Ricky Rackman that year and Sammy Saavedra. So the sprint cars go really fast here. That's a brand new bridge, Maddie. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks really nice here. Again, as a sprint car fan, this is definitely checking something off my bucket list. And to be able to be here with the Beer Hill gang, too, I believe somebody's here. We're going to party here tonight, I believe, in turn number 3.
You're going to Beer Hill next?
I'm going to try.
All right, no drinking until we get on with the last race, okay? She's going to go check out Beer Hill. Have you been to Beer Hill yet?
I didn't even know it was a thing.
Outside tournament 3, that's where they all go.
They locked me up in the white trailer. For good reason.
Yeah, exactly. So Maddie's still out there on the bridge meeting the fans as they come on by, and Jordan is working the camera. And I think he's the one that knows Mrs. Doubtfire. Jordan does.
He does. He's personal friends with her. Yeah, this is a cool place because they have that big field there just beyond the pits. They're on the infield. Very fun to watch from there. Right, a good view.
You can go through wherever you're at. I mean, there's fenced-in areas. Obviously, you can't go in the pits until the open paddock area, and that it's only going to be for 30 minutes today because we got a lot going on. But the open paddock area is from 6:30 till 7 o'clock. But we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, it's time for qualifying here at the Appalachian Harley-Davidson Williams Grove Half Mile.
Back on Track, a Rookies of 79 501c3 charity, was established in 2009 by former racers to help injured racers get back on the racetrack or the track of life. Assistance is provided to injured racers through our posted schedule of benefits and special fundraising programs, where 100% of your donation goes directly to ease the financial burden from an injury sustained on the racetrack. Check us out on the web at backontrack.com and donate today. Every donation is tax deductible and will make a difference in an injured racer's life.
From quick jobs to major projects, getting rentals right takes more than machines. It takes know-how to show up right on every job site, service that keeps equipment at its peak, and local dealers who keep projects moving forward. We're here to deliver everything you need to get the job done right, and so much more. Cat Rentals. More when you need it most.
We're going full throttle with Mission Foods. There's no holding back American flat track when you combine the fiercest dirt track riders and tastiest products. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy to make recipes that will take your race day to the finish line. Keep your racing delicious and enjoy all the mouth-watering action. Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.
Gotta have a lucky charm when you ride, right? Makes you feel safe and protected out there.
That's why I never leave home without a photo of the little ones.
Bracelet from my husband.
Oh. Lucky rabbit's foot.
Lucky rabbit named Swoot. It's Swedish.
That's a whole rabbit.
Named Swoot.
Well, there's really no need for a lucky charm when you ride.
Not when America's #1 motorcycle insurance got your back.
We're just gonna ignore the fact that Carl has a rabbit.
Named Swoot.
Sugarlands is proud to serve as the official moonshine of Progressive American Flat Track. Sugarlands handcrafts award-winning moonshine, sippin' creams, vodka, whiskey, and more inspired by the traditions of their home in the Great Smoky Mountains. Discover more at sugarlands.com. For over a decade, Dunlop has supported all Progressive American Flat Track classes with their elite flat track tires. Designed for pro and amateur riders alike, Dunlop's DT4 has an aggressive tread pattern, is available in multiple compounds, and can be run tubeless for greater overall performance. Dunlop, the official tire of Progressive American Flat Track. Win every race with VP Racing. Designed specifically for moto and power sports applications, VP's wide line of race fuels, lubricants, coolants, and additives give you the power and performance you need to win every lap and every race. Check out their championship-winning products today at vpracingfuels.com. Flat Track fans, keep the momentum going. Parts Unlimited proudly supports American Flat Track. When it's time to ride, wrench, or upgrade, choose a local dealer featuring Parts Unlimited. Parts Unlimited, we support the sport. Whelen Engineering has led emergency warning innovation for over 70 years, designing and manufacturing reliable technology right here in America to help keep first responders safe. Whelen Engineering, manufactured in America, trusted to protect first responders.
Welcome back to the Appalachian Harley-Davidson Williams Grove half mile. We got one round of practice in. We're going qualifying here pretty soon. I'm Scotty Dibler. That is Colby Carlisle, the 2017 Kicker AFT Singles Champion who has raced here before. You finished second here before, man. Welcome back to PA.
Lucked my way into it, but man, I'm jealous. I would love to be out there. You never got the chance to race here, but very fun. You ever ridden something this shape, this paperclippy?
Probably something similar, but not this. It's smooth right now. For
Glass.
car tracks, typically are rougher. It's just because cars are bigger tires and they tear up the track a little bit more, but this track is so smooth. They've been here since Wednesday or Thursday working on it, and there was a flood warning not too long ago, and the track looks phenomenal.
Yeah, even had a little bit of weather yesterday, but so far it's been good. They did a good job getting it packed in, and we're getting treated.
And they actually had a welcoming party at Appalachian Harley-Davidson last night, and our boy Johnny from the other side of the truck went and he found Trent Lowe. Let's check this out. We haven't got to see this yet. This is new for us, so let's check it out.
What's up, guys? It's Johnny Racing. I don't know a dang thing about racing. I'm here with Trent Lowe and his significant other. This is a group interview. You're finally involved. We've been waiting on you. Okay, so what is the hardest part about being with Trent?
Oh, God.
You can only say one thing.
Speak one thing?
Yeah.
Speak wisely. Yeah. He doesn't know how to start a washer or a dryer.
Golly, come on, dude. What are we doing?
I can do it. I just prefer not to do it.
I'm not buying it. So if you were going to wash some white clothes, would the water be A, hot, B, warm, C, cool, or D, cold?
I think cold, right?
I have no idea, but this guy doesn't know what he's talking about either. Now, if you were racing, okay, so you're on a bike and he was doing laundry, do you think you could do a better job racing than he could do at laundry?
I'm pretty clumsy, so probably no.
If you win here at Williams Grove, who is the first person you think? Because I know I've noticed, I don't know much, but all these guys are like, hey, I'd like to thank VP and I'd like to thank Arai Helmets and this and that. But would you thank her first or your sponsors? And why is the answer the sponsors? Because that's a problem.
That's a good question. That is actually a really good question, but I mean, we're racing, so I got to thank the sponsors first. They're the ones making it happen. I mean, yeah, I feel like I have to thank them first.
But she's folding your leathers, so she's making it happen. I don't know, man. I don't know. Lots to unpack there, a lot to think about. I'm here with Trent Lowe. Thank you. I'm here with
Shelby.
Shelby
Stockstill.
Shelby Stockstill. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Well, I guess they're having fun last night at the Harley shop.
Soon to be low. She should have just claimed it.
Yeah, exactly. So, do you know how to wash your own clothes?
I just washed this week.
What was the temperature you washed it
I'm
in?
a cold guy because I don't like my clothes to shrink.
Always cold, right?
Always cold.
I think if my whites get really, really dirty, if you need to add a little bleach, you might do a little different temperature. But most of the time, I do cold also.
I don't have whites because I can't keep them clean.
Do you fold your own clothes? Like I'm very, very, very particular on my shirts.
Yeah.
Nobody's allowed to fold my shirts.
I don't think my wife's listening, so I'll say I do all the laundry in our house.
Just because she's not listening?
Yeah.
Where's she at?
She's seeing her baby niece.
All right. Oh yeah, they're having a little get together.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. All right. You picked out a name for your daughter yet?
Nope. I'm still taking suggestions.
Taking applications for that? All right. So what's up next? We got qualifying coming up next. Are you ready?
Yeah. Any surprises in this first one? I mean, Logan Eisenhart putting in a heater. I think the track did get a little bit faster. Not sure if they did end up putting any water down. Didn't see that. Scotty, we're right outside. You see the white truck there in the top left. That's where we are. It sounds like the bikes are buzzing through our office coming off of turn 2.
They are flying right through there. It looks like some of the bikes are starting to roll over here to the entrance and exit of the racetrack, which is at the end of the front straightaway, and the crowd is starting to file in. And, man, it's going to be an exciting day. Also, earlier today, I met the winner of the 1965 race here. Bob Sholey is here. He's got a picture of himself on a Triumph shirt on the front. He showed me his business card. He was in front of Joe Leonard. It was a very cool picture, and he's roaming around, and he's hanging out with the Harley VIPs from the Appalachian Harley-Davidson crew.
That's pretty cool. Did he tell you what he won on?
I don't remember what bike he won on, but he showed me that picture, and his shirt was a Triumph shirt, so I'm pretty sure he's on a Triumph. But he also just recently sold a couple of shirts that were me see. Oh, no, a couple of motorcycles that were Gary Nixon's. He had some of the Gary Nixon's bikes somehow. So it looks like Steve Moorhead stepped out there onto the back straightaway. So when they come out this time, they're going to stop on the back straight and do a practice start. And this will be the first round qualifying. So this will be in every class. Hopefully, everybody was listening at that riders meeting.
Did you go to the riders meeting?
I did not go to the riders meeting. It was a little bit warm out there.
Oh, okay.
Did you go to the riders meeting?
I was meeting riders, but I didn't go to the riders meeting. Last week we had a few guys forget about the practice. Or was that at Lima?
I don't remember. It was
at
got a
Lima.
little crazy, yeah.
Blew right by him.
Steve Moorhead is out there. He's been out there on the racetrack since we got here this morning. What time we get here? About 10 o'clock? He was out there driving around and packing in the track.
Did you have riders meetings when you were racing back in the day?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though I already met all of them.
Yeah.
We still meet.
What year was that in?
When I retired?
No.
When I started racing?
Yeah.
I started racing flat track in probably 93.
You're so full of it.
How many years old were you?
93.
93. You were
Negative 4?
What? -4?
Yeah.
No, I started racing flat track in 93. I tried motocross before that. And
how old were you?
Bicycle motocross.
93.
21. No,
you started racing flat track at 21?
No, I started racing when I was about 18, so maybe a little bit before that. Maybe barely before that.
Why did it take you so long?
Because
with Grandpa and your dad and
it wasn't a thing to me. It was like I grew up at the track, so it was okay. It was just, and until I raced motocross first, and I loved jumping, and then I broke a lot of bones, and my dad said, hey, you want to go flat tracking? And so we went and bought a 600 Rotax from Phoenix.
Were you good at Peoria?
Yeah, I like Peoria.
Yeah?
I didn't do great at it, but we were jumping up my Woods Rotax. Isn't meant to fly. Chris Carr made a Woods Rotax
I was going to
fly.
say, Carr made it, no problem.
I didn't.
Man, he had that little custom one. Yeah, I seen that at Ron Wood's place. Me and my buddy Rooks DeRozier, we went out there and looked at it, and man, that thing is short. That's a cool little Woods Rotax. That's a bike that I want. I want to have a Woods Rotax.
I have one in my house.
You do?
Yeah.
You want to donate it?
House. I just got a message. Shelby and Trent have been together for years, so maybe someday they'll tie the knot.
They're engaged.
It's coming up pretty. I know that, but you can be engaged for 20 years.
You could.
All right. They're pulling up there. That was a little message I got from the Berg boys. Lynn Saunders, I believe, is the one that sent me the message. So here we go. A little practice start. Davis Fisher jumps out front on the 67 KTM, who almost won the DuQuoin Mile last weekend.
Man, he was close to doing it. I said I don't think you can win it from fourth off that final corner, and he almost proved me wrong.
Well, maybe you jinxed him then.
I didn't jinx him,
Oh,
Scotty.
come on, man. You just said you jinxed
And then it's
somebody.
crazy because Cody won by .014, and I go and ask Davis, and he goes, yeah, no, I knew I didn't win it.
They both knew.
That's crazy.
I hung out with Cody Kopp, was the Grand Marshal of the Flat Track Grand Championships. He knew he got first. And he hung around, actually did staging him up on the starting line at the Flat Track Grands the last couple of days. Look how low Fisher comes off in turn number 2.
And look at how far back on the seat he's getting. Davis Fisher, he's not far off from a win, Scotty.
So
knocking
close,
on the
so
door.
close.
And he flew in this morning.
You know what? Charlotte, red dirt, car track. Red dirt car track here. It's shaped a little different, but yeah, he flew in this morning. He went to his brother-in-law's little get-together.
Fastest on the racetrack right now, Davis Fisher.
That's the fastest lap we've seen on the Twins so far, too.
Yeah, track's getting faster. These guys, he was up above the rubber there a little bit through 3 and 4 last lap when he put down that lap. Let's see if anyone's going quicker this time.
Dallas Daniels right behind him on the racetrack. He's 5th quick, and there goes Trent Lowe, who was just in that video a few moments ago. He's chasing him on that Honda Hornet. He's up to 6th.
Dallas is going to be an interesting story here today because it seemed like they had it all back together last weekend in DuQuoin. They were going in the right direction, but in P1 today, he was in 8th.
He's going to find some speed.
Now, I don't think they can use a lot of the data that JD and I were able to get back in 2020 on this bike. I don't think it's going to help him a lot because this motorcycle is so much different than what we raced.
And maybe they were trying something. You know, that's what you have practice for, is maybe to try something.
Yeah, absolutely. We have seen it a little bit more this year, them qualifying a little bit deeper, and Dallas having to do a lot more work in those heat races. So it's interesting. We're getting towards that point in the year, though, Scotty. All of them so close in the points.
It almost looked like there was a grease rag right in the middle of turn 3 and 4 down there. So maybe something fell off a motorcycle. It looked like it was a piece of cloth or something. But there's Cody Kopp, our current points leader and most recent winner of the DuQuoin Mile. So he has won the 2 short tracks of the season opener. He's won a mile. If he wins the half mile, man, we got 2 TTs left. He could get the Grand Slam. I know I might be speaking a little early, but if he wins tonight, maybe we'll start that conversation.
Yeah, and I think it is going to be a tough challenge for someone to beat the #1 at the TT at Sturgis there at Jack Pine Gypsies because he's got some road race background and he was on fire last year. But right now, let's give it to Davis Fisher, just absolutely ripping out front. Hasn't seen anybody so far in this session, but Cody Kopp right on the back wheel now at Dallas.
So Fisher jumped out there. He just looked over his shoulder, wants to see if anybody's catching him. And Dallas goes right to the edge of the groove, doesn't go off the groove, and Cody Kopp kind of follows him up the racetrack.
Dallas looks pretty good.
He
like right through that corner.
Fifth quick, though. Checkered flag is out. Another look back from Davis Fisher.
I would think this lap might be quicker from Dallas. He looked really good coming off of 4 there.
I didn't see
his lap time was
great. So Pryor must be out there by himself.
Davis Fisher. You writing it down?
You think I should? We got one more group.
Got Cam Smith. Potential.
Cam Smith. You also have 49 of Chad Coase. And I'm not writing it down yet. There's a bunch of PA guys, you know, coming back to your home track, your hometown area. It feels good. I know when I raced the Oklahoma City half mile, and it always felt good. You got a bunch of friends there, and you want to go fast all day long.
Seven's back on the Harley Davidson this weekend.
Had issues on a Kawasaki at the last go round. Bruce Evans has a good friend that is here. Steve Marzito is here and watching Aiden Bruce Evans out there at Harley Davidson, hopefully having a good old time. Fisher at the top spot so far. Here comes Group 2, going to roll out on the racetrack. Again, practice start, Group 2. We'll have the 14, Logan McGrain. 22 is Mitch Harvitt. 34, Cam Smith. 49, Chad Coase. 57, Ian Wolf, the other Honda racing with us. 75, Taryn Santero. The 79, Dalton Gauthier in the Royal Enfield. 94 is Ryan Wells. And 96, Cody Johncox from your neck of the woods.
Hunter Bauer's got a good shot at it here today. I think with that bike being able to get a good start, if he's able to qualify up front, man, and I talked about how fast that bike is off the corner. Scotty, this could be Hunter Bauer's best shot at potentially getting on the box.
You know, it could be a very good potential for Cam Smith, who was second fast in that first session.
It'll be cool to see how Taryn Santero transforms through the day, which bike he gets on with better. I guarantee you at the end of the day, when you talk to him, which one he had more fun on, it will be this one.
Yep, he's out there first time on a twin. It's Cam Smith out there. He's on that Fredericktown Yamaha, really yanking it
I love
back
that
right
feeling,
there.
yeah, getting a little bit of wheelie coming up with it.
Front wheel gets light when you get on the back seat. The back of the seat.
So this time Chad Coase not behind Gauthier, so let's see what he's able to do. Kind of smart being behind Cam Smith here, but sometimes, Scotty, this can be troublesome because you'll see a guy go get second in the previous session. You want to follow him in the next one, and he's just not going fast. For some reason, maybe he made a big change. The track changed against him. So it can, like, sell you a dummy a little bit, I like to call it. But let's see Cam Smith's going good, pulling that front wheel up just a bit. Let's see how he gets going.
They could have worked this out, too, and planned this because Cam Smith was second fast in that first session. So maybe these two worked it out and talked a little puff of smoke when he let off the throttle going in the corner for the 34.
I didn't see nothing.
All right, as long as you didn't.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Cam Smith out in front. He's got company coming. Chad Coase looks over his shoulder and wants to see what's going on.
He's going to back it down. He wants some running room. He knows he's getting held up right now, and Gaudier's going to go by. So Chad, this lap's going to be a throwaway. Yeah, a big time throwaway.
So he's getting way at the back. He's trying to get some clear racetrack.
Smart.
Fisher at the top spot. He was in that first group. The fastest one in this group right now. Man, nobody's moving up the speed charts at all. Cam Smith currently
Chad
14.
Coase actually 9th, excuse me. So yeah, Coase and Wells are the fastest two in this one. I think Coase will be able to put in a burner. There he's coming down the front stretch right now.
There goes Santero up to 9th. His first time on a twin.
He's going to say he had more fun on it. They always do. Especially Terry being a bigger rider. Yeah, it's just so much fun having the power. And at a place like this, you can ride every last bit out of the 450s, but on the twin, it's got a lot. You can't wring the neck out of it fully. I mean, the 450s, you are just running so hard and then downshifting back into fourth gear and running it wide open through the corners again. And
here comes Chad Coase. See if he jumps faster than 10th right now. He's still in the 10th spot.
But, so Scotty, another point here, too, is when you do this, you can start overriding quickly because you're thinking now you're all by yourself. I'm going to just try to burn them off, and you can end up getting on the gas too hard, spinning it the entire way through the corner. So you got to be very meticulous and if you have a good feel of knowing the traction that your rear wheel is putting down, you can succeed at this. But say Chad's burning it off too hard as Taryn goes up to 8th, but Chad's got to be careful. But there he goes, up to 7th.
Chad's coming on that Yamaha.
Tied with Bruce Evans, both at 27 3,000th.
It would be awesome for him to get up there. They got heavy hearts in that camp as well. Checkered flag is out for Cam Smith. Right behind him is Dalton Gauthier. tires squawking as they go off into the corner. So I like these guys using one more time, one more chance into 3. The checkered flag is already out. So Santero, his first ever Twins ride, goes up the 4th quick with a 2:06.883.
Getting a little bit of help probably from Brandon Robinson coming. He's here in person this weekend, able to, that's his motorcycle that he's been racing all year. Came here, he's here in person, so yeah, he can probably send over some tips and let them know what they're doing.
We talked to Ashley quite a bit, his wife, and he could see the first time they went out in whatever session they were in, wherever we were at, and he knew that they were off right away.
He said Bud's Creek.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he said they need to go up there and take a tooth off or something. I mean, they knew it right away. So Davis Fisher, fastest in our first round of qualifying for the Mission Super Twins. Up next will be the Royal Enfield class. That is the Build, Train, Race ladies.
Would have been interesting to see, Scotty, if Davis, they kind of had that tough string of races there where I'm not sure exactly what the catalyst was, but he's in 4th in points. Where would he be at if he would have been running like this? In the beginning of the year, he was running very good at Daytona. Little bit of a slump there when we went out west.
Right.
Issue at Chico there. He had to go to the LCQ, worked his way. Did he work his way all the way back up to 5th in that main event,
Something
maybe?
like that, from deep in the field. So the 5 is Emma Gotch. The 17, Morgan Reinhold. 19, Sammy Weiss. She's from Pennsylvania. 23 is Kristen Rodriguez. 39 is Hannah Brewer. 58, Mallory McGill. 72 is Brooke Lozano. 113, Maticella Rodriguez. And the 555, Giovannina Shipman. And she is from New York. So these ladies are coming all the way around. So must have told them a little something different in the riders meeting. So this is their first qualifying effort. The red flag comes out, or the red light's out. So they're stopping over here on the front straight. The riders are filing in right now from Appalachian Harley-Davidson. They did a ride in, so they're all making their way into the infield. They get to come through the tunnel on their motorcycles, I believe, or they might be parking out front. I know they've done a couple different things in the past. Lining them up. All right, so it looks like they're giving them a practice start right here. We're going to watch the light. This is just a practice start, so the ladies can get familiar with the light again because they haven't been with us for a little while. So that's how it works. They're going to let the ladies, so the ladies got to see the Christmas tree, and now they're going to give them a practice start, and they're going to take off. There goes Gotch on the 5. She got her bike running, so you didn't curse her too bad, Colby.
Stop. Don't put that evil on me.
I'm just kidding.
It's cool. The amateurs, they get to use those starting lights at all those Road to AFT races this year, so that's something that they can get introduced to. I didn't have a light like that when I started racing pro. I think it was just a single.
Either. It went from nothing to green.
Well, I think I had red, yellow, but it was
green.
one kind of like a stoplight versus this. I don't know
Christmas
what we call
tree.
this. That's what you want to call it?
It's a Christmas tree. That's what they call it in drag racing.
Like
it's very similar to that. You know, they go boom, boom, boom. Here goes Emma Gotch. She's from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. She's our points leader coming into this final round for the ladies.
It's a fast track. It's got those Royal Enfields up to,
for these.
Yeah, full speed.
They start out as INT 650s is what these bikes are when they come out of the crates. Reinhold is second quick. She's from Illinois. She's on the 17 bike. The 113 Maticella Rodriguez is from the state of Washington. 39 is Brewer. She is from North Carolina. The 19 Sammy Weiss from Coopersburg, Pennsylvania. And Brewer goes to the top spot. Here comes the 23 of Kristen Rodriguez. She's from Stratford, California. Giovannina from New York takes the 555 up to 4th. This is their qualifying effort. Brewer at the top spot. How about her getting her first win?
Reinhold no bigger than a minute.
Yeah, she is.
I love using that line.
I do too. She's tiny. Didn't we? I think me and Maddie saw her on our flight yesterday. So their hands are out. They're slowing down. I'm not sure what's happening.
Back up to speed. I guess they wanted to.
So accidentally the red light came on at some point somewhere around the racetrack. So now they're getting back up to speed. So we didn't see it from where we were at either, Colby. So the girls did the right thing. They slowed down. When you see red, That's slowed down, but they're getting back up to speed. So they must have flashed the green lights for them.
I was thinking they just wanted to do a little practice rate, a little simulation. They all kind of bunch back up.
Oh, gather themselves back together.
Yeah, we'll say that.
All right. I like the 17.
Reinhold, yeah. Hannah Brewer. Will we have a first-time winner here tonight?
We could. I think I don't have last year's results in front of me, but so far this year it's been Emma Gotch and Maticela Rodriguez, the two that have won so far out of the first 4 rounds for the ladies. We very well could. Last race for some of these ladies for the Royal Enfield program.
Yeah, and then a new crop coming in next year, and it's such a cool program.
There goes Rodriguez to the top spot, 113, new quick time, 29.620 for the 113 Maticela Rodriguez. Lacey Washington is where she calls home. Did you go over the bridge yet, the Super.com bridge?
I haven't. No, I've been in here hanging out with you.
It is so much wider and nicer. The old bridge is just down the road in the museum, the Motorsports Museum.
Seriously?
Yes.
Did a car ever spin up and?
Race cars have hit it before.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
think that's why some of the race series said they weren't coming back until they fixed it. So it's a lot higher than it used to be.
Okay.
I know I played it like the old sprint car race a long time ago. It felt like you barely went underneath it.
I've probably hit it in that. Knowing my skills.
Yeah, you say you don't do very good on the sprint car simulator.
No, I'm not as good in the cars.
You did good on the
NASCAR. I'm great.
NASCAR. You got second the other day at Talladega, or where was it? Pocono.
Yeah, Pocono.
Yeah,
I was good at Pocono.
And you got recognized by some fans.
Yeah, that was cool at Lima.
Well, yeah, he saw you, but he reached out to you on the game, right?
Yeah, on iRacing, yeah.
The 5 out in front on the racetrack, but she's not the quickest one on the racetrack. That is the 113, and she's going around the outside, high, wide. Can't say handsome because that's a lady. We got to come up with something different.
I'll let you stew on that one.
Checkered flag is out. Rodriguez to the top spot. Just behind is Emma Gotch on the 5, and the rest of the ladies taking that checkered flag, and now the cool down lap.
Half a second, Scotty. I think gearing could be a big factor here for these ladies, trying to figure out exactly what gearing they need to run to really allow them to go to the end of the straightaway. You hear some of them kind of bopping off the limiter towards the end there. Really, you can really hear it good with these Royal Enfields.
So the track has a raffle going on. So does Back on Track is raffling a helmet for Back on Track to get the riders back on the racetrack. But the 50-50 track raffle is for Community Cares, and that's what they normally do out here. So half of that winning money goes to that ticket holder, and the other half goes to Community Cares. But also Back on Track has that other raffle going on for that brand new Arai helmet. And you can also still reach out and support Dan Bromley's family. They have a link on the Back on Track website if you want to donate to help out Connor and the kids, to help the kids with a college fund. It's a bit breezy out there, it looks like.
A little bit. Clouds kind of came in, helped the racetrack.
It will definitely help the racetrack for sure. So that is our qualifying effort for the Royal Enfield Build Train Race Ladies. The 113 is quickest with a 29.631. Up next is our Kicker AFT singles class. For you new fans, they're single-cylinder motorcycles, and here they come. They're going to get a practice start over there on the back straight. There's the one of Tom Drain, 75 Taryn Santero, 88 Chase Setup. Those are some of the first guys making their way around there to Steve Moorhead. 21 Trevor Bruner, 10 Walker Porter, 41 Ryder Reese, trying to get the rest of them. 31 Evan Kelleher, who's got support from the Schaefer's, KTM, Schaefer's Motorsports, who's not too far away from here. There's Cage Tadman on the 28. There's Justin Jones. He's been here before on a single. Jared Lowe on the 63. Braden Fanders from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, is on the 83.
None of those guys got a good practice start. They all just took off because they want track position right now. They don't want to be getting held up, because right now you can easily get held up.
Is it just because they're young? I mean, like, why not get a practice start?
I don't know.
Maybe they don't need it.
No, they all wanted the track position, and they all kind of thought that at the exact same second. So by the time they let the clutch out, they realized everyone else was. And yeah, now they're just
look at all
nose to tail.
This is going to be like a heat race right here with all these riders.
It's tough though, Scotty. Like Taryn's in a good spot, maybe Bruner and Tom Drain, but some of those guys deeper, they're stacked up.
So Fisher's got the fastest lap of the day with a 2:6.795 or 7:45. That was in the Super Twins class.
You imagine if Taryn Santero was able to podium both? I mean, we're a ways out, but I was just thinking that's never happened before.
That'd be wild. That would be very cool.
It'd be so physically tough to do that here, because the way you have to kind of muscle the bike to the corner. Look how hard they're pushing the motorcycle over to the left, especially Sadoff, man. Look at how low he is on the racetrack there. Yeah, this is a more physical racetrack. You do have a good bit of time to breathe down the straightaway, but you throw the bike into the corner pretty hard. Push over on it pretty heavily there, kind of works your shoulders.
Why are you pushing the bike down? Tell us, I know why you're doing it, but tell the fans at home, why are you pushing it that hard down?
It just tries to, it works on getting the weight to the center of the tire. That way you can get as much meat and drive to go forward as possible. You want to get as much contact patch on the ground.
Because we have little skinny Dunlop tires as opposed to what they normally race out here with the race cars that are here. As much rubber down the ground and look how low that tire pressure is on the back of the 88 bike. Kelleher on the 31 jumps up to 6th on that lap. He's coming too. He's going to get a podium real soon.
He's really good at DuQuoin Mile. Kind of his breakout ride. But how about last year at the Sturgis TT? He had a good run there. He just kind of fumbled the start. Hopefully he's able to learn from that. And honestly, he probably just had the jitters.
Bruner's back on his Yamahas. He was riding Hondas at the last couple of rounds because he had motorcycle issues.
That's what he won on back when we were in Georgia. Back in March, a long time ago, it feels like.
Feels like forever ago. So the 88 jumps up to 2nd. Sadoff on the last time by goes up to 2nd. Drain still at the top spot. These are points they run by a hefty margin. There's Bruner on the 21. One of the Berg boys is out there 27.221. He's about a half a second off the top spot. Now Kelleher jumps up to 5th on the 31. He's back there at the back of the pack by himself.
Everyone's spread out pretty good in that one.
But they all started together.
Yeah.
Should I write that one down, or are we going to wait till that next group? Look how close it is.
I know.
From practice.
3,000ths. I was just looking at that.
From practice, it was sat up with a 26.776. Qualifying right now, it's Drain 26.779.
The only difference between practice and qualifying is last time Sadoff was the only guy in the 26s. Now we've got 4 riders in that 26-second range.
Is that because they go back there and make changes? Or they just get used to the racetrack? Because
these guys
have, only 2 of these AFT singles riders have been here before.
Yeah, I think they went back, made changes. Gearing's pretty tough here. I mean, it's difficult to figure out exactly where you want to hit limiter and where you want to shift at.
Group 2, the 43 is Jacob Vandekoy, 66 Logan Eisenhard, 72 is Jess Reynolds, she's from Pennsylvania, 93 is Caleb Martin, 112 Gabriel Boisvert, 117 Jet Katarzi, 122 Johnny Conaby, 156 Jordan Bolak, 210 Jackson Singles, and then we've got the identical twins, 225 Tyler Cunningham and the 252 of Dylan Cunningham. Here they come again to the back straight. They will go, and it's your opportunity to get a practice start if you choose to. I would, man. I think I would take full advantage of that.
I would try to get a practice start, but I would also try to get right on the 66 as back end.
Try to chase him a little bit.
Eisenhart qualifying, being 2nd in free practice, not qualifying, but putting in 2nd fastest time last time out. He's got it figured out a little bit.
All right, so Steve Moorhead is back there. He's got that red flag, making sure they all stop, and here they go. Get your practice start, because it will matter later. And the 66 and the 156, they said, I do that. One of the Cunningham brothers jumped in behind him, who was about 5th or 6th in practice. That looks like the 252, so that's the older brother, Dylan Cunningham, by a couple of minutes. Did you know that?
I didn't know he was the older one.
Oh, man. The 66 got really crossed up down there in the bottom of turn number 1.
He's going good today. Yeah, Tyler's really rolling. Well, that's Dylan on the screen. It's the 252, yeah.
The older brother. By a couple of minutes.
Hey, he won that race.
You got to be good at something.
he won
Here's
that
the
race.
66 getting it really crossed up right about there. It's almost going to snap around. Man. They're so close to the guardrail coming off of that corner.
It's a good shot of Bolak getting back on the seat.
You went over and told him that, right?
Tried to.
You don't speak French.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Oui, oui.
It's limited.
There's the 66 of Eisenhart. See how he's doing on the charts right now. He's up to 7th. That's good enough for a front row start in the heat race.
Jones sitting there in 8th.
Pork chop. Are we good with that still? Or?
Yeah.
Dude, they've always got smiles on their faces every time I go down there. It's just him and his dad.
I was down there with him for like half hour.
On the fairway.
Eisenhart.
Oh, yeah, fairway Ford GMC Chevy crew.
Gets him into the 26s now.
Bolak, who's right behind him there, is way down in 19th. You might have to go have another talk with him. Or he's going to top listen to you. One or the other, Colby.
Yeah, it's just taking a little bit to come to grips with the track. I mean, it's a tricky racetrack. A paperclip like this, Scotty, it's a lot different than a big round like Sonoy or one of those tracks that you really just roll. This one, you gotta throw it into the corner hard, but not too hard to slide up the racetrack, and you got to get it turned and try to get the drive off. I mean, getting traction off the corner here, that's a key.
252, Dylan Cunningham on the screen right now has moved into 10th. Not a bad run for him. It'll be easier to get to the main if you start further towards the front. White flag is out from Big P, our flag man. Patrick Pattison is his real name.
That was a great point, Scotty.
It'd be easier if you
be easier to get to the front if you start in the front.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Might be easier to get in the main.
Write that one down.
Here you go. I'm glad you're having fun. Jack Brooks, he's made every single main event so far in his rookie season on the 113 First Impressions Husqvarna.
Cunningham 8th. Man, this is a breakout ride. Pennsylvania, maybe this is it.
He's feeling it. There goes Jess Reynolds at 72. She's back there 22nd quick.
Brother's going to be like, what are you doing?
Yeah, they're going to go back to the pit. They pit together. So.
Honestly, if I was him, I'd be like, man, hop on my bike this session. Put me in a time for qualifying. They won't be able to tell the difference. We're not fingerprint.
Now we're having fun.
I always said maybe
fun.
I should get JD to hop on my bike because he's got long hair too.
I don't know why you guys just didn't swap transponders once in a while over there. I'm just kidding.
That's why we're not officials.
That's why we're not racing too. We're
More
having
reasons.
fun out here at the Appalachian Harley-Davidson Williams Grove half mile. Don't forget to get your 50/50 tickets and get your raffle tickets for the brand new Arai helmet from Back on Track. We're going to step away. When we come back, qualifying round 2 is up next from Pennsylvania.
Back on Track, a Rookies of 79 501c3 charity, was established in 2009 by former racers to help injured racers get back on the racetrack or the track of life. Assistance is provided to injured racers through our posted schedule of benefits and special fundraising programs, where 100% of your donation goes directly to ease the financial burden from an injury sustained on the racetrack. Check us out on the web at backontrack79.com and donate today. Every donation is tax deductible and will make a difference in an injured racer's life. Racing is all about performance, speed, precision, and pushing the limits. Aeroflex brings that same mindset to liquid packaging with a design that's lighter, tougher, and better for the planet. Simply tear the tab, squeeze, and experience a better way to package liquids. Today's Progressive American Flat Track race is being streamed live and on demand on FloRacing, part of the Flow Sports Network. With a FloRacing subscription, you get access to all Flow Sports sites. That's over 25 sports. Never miss a moment. With over 20,000 events per year, in-depth coverage, behind-the-scenes access, original documentaries, highlights, breaking news, and more. Visit FlowRacing.com to learn more and sign up today. That's FLORacing.com. Taste buds with Mission Foods. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you take your race day to the finish line. Now that's too fast, too tasty. The founder of Arai Helmet was the man who created the first motorcycle helmet in Japan to protect his own head, and as a result, launched the Japanese motorcycle helmet industry. Arai focuses on glancing off performance, accumulating small differences decade after decade to further ride protection. Learn more at AraiAmericas.com.
When performance is everything, protection matters. Maverick Lubricants delivers advanced protection for every engine you depend on. Built for pressure, built to last. From the highway to the track to the job site. Stay ahead with Maverick Lubricants. Moving with Maverick.
Flat Track fans, keep the momentum going. Parts Unlimited proudly supports American Flat Track. When it's time to ride, wrench, or upgrade, choose a local dealer featuring Parts Unlimited. Parts Unlimited, we support the sport.
Have you ever seen what 150 motorcycles under one rooftop looks like? Welcome to Appalachian Harley-Davidson, home to one of the largest motorcycle showrooms in central Pennsylvania. At our dealership, you have a premium selection of new and used motorcycles to choose from. Whether you're a solo traveler, looking for adventure, or in it for the long haul, your next ride is here and we'll help you find it. From iron-on wheels to gear you ride in, backed by the parts and service you can trust, we've got every part of your Harley-Davidson journey covered. Appalachian Harley-Davidson, where your journey begins.
Racing is all about performance, speed, precision, and pushing the limits. Aeroflex brings that same mindset to liquid packaging with a design that's lighter, tougher, and better for the planet. Simply tear the tab, squeeze, and experience a better way to package liquids.
Better hear my advice, cause you ain't got no good plan. Gonna make that mistake twice. Hey my friend, you've been there before. She's gonna rip up your heart and kick you out that door. She's a mean and evil and a little bit more. Doesn't take a genius to figure who she's playing you for. Hey my friend, now it's time to make a move. The card has been set up now, the decision's up to you. Make no mistake, there's no time to lose. Backdoor man is there, washing away her blues. She's a mean and evil, a little bit more. Doesn't take a genius to figure who she's playing you for. Up your heart and kick you out that door. She's mean and evil, a little bit more. Doesn't take a genius to figure who she's playing you for.
Welcome back to Appalachian Harley-Davidson Williams Grove half mile. Doing a little track maintenance out there. We'll be back on the racetrack at about 6:05 or 6:06 with our second round of qualifying for the Mission AFT Super Twins, followed by our second round of qualifying for the Royal Enfield Build Train Race Program. Kicker AFT Singles, their final round of qualifying at 6:30. We have the open paddock area. You can get to the middle by going up and over the bridge. If you're on the back side, if you're on Beer Hill over there in turn number 3, or if you go underneath the racetrack, if you're on the front straightaway, you can go underneath in turn number 1. Colby, there's always a lot going on for the open paddock area. It is only 30 minutes today because at 7 o'clock, we'll do the Dan Bromley tribute lap. We'll do a moment of silence, and opening ceremonies at 7:20. So there's a lot going on today. But last night they had that big meet and greet. A bunch of the riders were Appalachian Harley-Davidson. Our very own Will Harris caught up with Dallas Daniels.
8 points behind. How hard is that to make up?
Well, I didn't do myself any favors. Went into DeCoin 1 point down, played my cards very poorly on the last lap, and ended up third, which isn't horrible, but it's definitely not impossible, especially with the races we have coming up. I feel like these next couple tracks are really going to be in my wheelhouse, going to Sturgis and then Springfield Mile and the TTs. Really looking forward to tomorrow. So no, it's definitely completely within reach. I mean, it's single-digit points, so not bad at all.
Cool. All right, well, another question for you is, what is the most interesting fan interaction you've ever had?
Well, hands down was one time we were in Mineral Wells, West Virginia for the half mile about 3 years ago. We were doing something just like this. We were signing autographs, and a guy came up talking about how I sucked to me. He told me how bad I was. And he's going on and on. I was battling Jared Mees. He's like, that Dallas Daniels kid, he's arrogant, he's cocky, he ain't gonna beat Jared, he's never gonna be as good as Jared. And I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. And I started signing one of my posters, and I turned it around to give it to him, and he realized. And he just walked away, but it was funny. He talked about me to me.
That is hilarious, Colby. What's one of the craziest moments you've ever had with some fan interaction?
I just can't get over it. That's hilarious. That's the most Daniels thing ever. That's what Nick and Dallas would both handle that. Just like, okay, yep, sounds good, man.
Sounds all right, yeah. What about you?
I signed a dude's stomach once.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
On purpose?
Get that weird. Yeah, it begged me.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Throwing out T-shirts, signing. Yeah, they were well beveraged.
Yeah, I bet. What about the airport when they recognized us and you said that, yeah, that's my dad?
That was fine. Yeah, that was fun too.
Exactly. There's the Bromley family gathering. We'll do the tribute lap here in just a little bit to honor Dan Bromley, who we lost 2 weeks ago. While we're waiting for the track to be ready, we're going to take a look back at a little bit of a moment back in 2018 when we were here. You were racing. You might be in this one, so let's check this out. We haven't seen this one yet. This is new to both of us. It could be you. Are you ready? He turned his microphone off. Here is Briar Bauman out front. This is 2018. Briar's on the 14 bike, and it got a little spicy right there as the 10 gets into the 2. We actually watched this last night, and then there goes a chaos because Wiles goes down. Coolbeth is fired up, and he's going over there to check on whoever else is involved. And he comes over here in the paddock area and has a word or two. He had a word or two with Johnny Lewis. And Coolbeth usually stays pretty cool, calm, and collected. Yeah. It can get spicy out here on the racetrack.
You ever get mad at someone like that?
Yeah, but it was at an indoor where you're like in a bull ring. And yeah.
So that was, you should have been less mad. You kind of go into a bull ring like that expecting that kind of carnage.
I was actually really fired up because it was one of my rivals in Oklahoma that we grew up racing against each other week in and week out. But we're friends. But we actually caught up with Kenny Coolbeth, who went down in that wreck right there and wasn't too happy about it. So let's hear what he had to say today, some 8 years later.
One of those things. You just get the heat of the moment, and got together with Johnny Lewis. Kind of a little aggressive move, put me on the ground over there, and kind of pissed me off a little bit. So it takes a lot for me to get that mad, and had a little scuff with him, and I don't take it back, but me and Johnny are good now, and I don't hold no grudges. You know, we talk and stuff, so it's all good.
You think we'll see any of those kind of fireworks tonight?
Well, really, I think that's what the sport needs right now. You know, just kind of some heated battles, some clean heated battles, and some little chit chat back and forth would be good.
He said we need a little bit. It's not necessarily the punches, not the fisticuffs, but maybe some rivalry.
He said it was a little bit of an aggressive move. He kind of played that off pretty nicely. That was a heck of a move going off into turn 3 there.
Yeah, they just clipped handlebars going into turn number 3, and it happens. You're down in a split second.
Oh, yeah. If someone's knee hits your bars, there's no saving it. The back straightaway on the first lap can get pretty hectic because you will get 2-3 wide because you try to go in, and then if you're lower, you got to really keep your bike straight up and down. It gets tight very quickly, and Kenny learned that. Johnny, at the last second, he's probably like, son of a gun, and then there was nothing he could do, and collected everyone but Johnny in that one. Seemed like
a bunch of guys went down, and it was a good battle after that. But yeah, you know, some spiciness is okay. We don't want to see any fisticuffs.
I remember that one because Kenny, when he got up, he was looking for anybody.
Well,
he didn't know
he
that,
was looking for who took him out.
He didn't know who Johnny did it, so he's looking. Then I think Halbert was like, no, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
They probably let him know, and they made their way back over to the entrance to the racetrack. So we'll step away. We come back. Qualifying is up next here at the Williams Grove.
Royal Enfield, the oldest motorcycle manufacturer in continuous production, is celebrating its 125th anniversary, delivering an exciting year of events, rides, and racing. The 2026 Moto Anatomy powered by Royal Enfield features champion Johnny Lewis serving as coach to the new lead rider, Evan Renshaw. In addition, Royal Enfield once again features a new lineup of build, train, race, all-female flat-track racers that compete on the AFT Pro Circuit throughout the year. Visit RoyalEnfield.com to find a Royal Enfield dealer to demo the ever-growing lineup of premium-styled, incredibly affordable motorcycles, including the new Classic 650. Learn more about the past, present, and future of Royal Enfield on its social media channels and discover ways to join its 125th anniversary celebration activities in 2026. Royal Enfield, pure motorcycling since 1901. Freedom on the road starts with the right coverage. That's why so many riders depend on Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Visit Progressive.com to customize your policy and get great coverage, low rates, and a quote in just 3 minutes. Kicker Performance Audio is your fuel for living loud and a proud supporter of American Flat Track, the original extreme sport. 50 years and counting, Kicker has been the world leader in audio gear for cars, trucks, motorcycles, and America's roads. Kicker Audio is living loud.
Strider balance bikes are the best way to teach young children to ride ridiculously early.
Right now, the head's on down to the line. Johnson, here comes company. Johnson's got a dive bomber on the inside.
While they are busy having a blast, they're also continuing to develop fundamental riding skills like balance, leaning, and steering. And when your not-so-little one is ready for a bigger bike, the Strider 14X takes the baton. But remember, it's just the beginning of many adventures ahead.
Mission Foods is proud to be the official tortilla and tortilla chip company of American Flat Track. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission has the products you need to take your race day to the finish line. Now that's too fast, too tasty. Born in the heart of the Great Smoky Mountains, Sugarlands is a family-owned, award-winning house of spirits. They craft moonshine, sippin' creams, and more rooted in Appalachian tradition, and are proud to be the official moonshine of Progressive American Flat Track. Explore the lineup at sugarlands.com. Win every race with VP Racing. VP Power Sports lubricants are designed for maximum performance and protection. Formulated specifically for 2-stroke and 4-stroke applications, VP offers a wide line of oil blends and weights that can give you the edge and performance you need. Learn more at vpracingfuels.com.
Welcome back to Appalachian Harley-Davidson Williams Grove half mile. Little track maintenance still going on. We're just about ready to bring out the second round of qualifying. Again, open paddock area at 6:30. And there was a big party last night, Colby. And we got to catch up with a lot of the riders. We didn't make it in time because our flight was delayed a little bit, but we missed it. But they were catching up with Chase Sadoff, and they asked him about his hair routine. Let's check this out.
What's up, guys? I'm Johnny Racing. I don't know anything about racing. This guy is trying real hard not to be seen.
Not a racer.
Man, neither am I, but I hear you. I'm here with Chase Sadoff. I actually know your name, which for me is a big step because I don't know much. All right, you're out here at Williams Grove this weekend. You've been to Pennsylvania, I assume. Have you raced this track before?
No, I have not.
You have never raced this track before. All right, so what are you looking to tackle out there today? Or tomorrow, whatever.
Turn left, man. I don't know. I'm just looking to get some laps in.
Okay, so when you wake up in the morning, obviously, let's assume you take a shower. I know racing culture's weird. Things can go sideways. But when you're done with your shower, do you blow dry your hair?
I do not.
You don't blow dry your hair. Okay, so that's all natural. Just you hop out the shower and you dry. He seems to think otherwise.
No. He's told us a story before. He'll get in the shower, hop in his van, stick his head out the window, and that's how he dries it.
Is that true?
Some days, if I'm in a rush and my hair is wet, yeah. No, I don't blow dry my hair. This is all natural.
All natural. No pomade, no nothing. You heard it here first, America.
Here we go. Racing on the racetrack. It's actually qualifying round number 2. Mission AFT Super Twins. The clock is on. Kopp is out in front. Right behind him is Downs. Right behind him is the 2-time champ, the 3, who lives in Pennsylvania, now originally from California's Briar Bauman.
And the guy behind him, the fast qualifier from qualifying 1, and I like his positioning. Now he's going to have something to chase down. And the first time he was out there all by himself, back there behind Briar Bauman.
That back straightaway is anything but straight.
You got to crank it left for quite a while. It's kind of fun, though.
Cody gets really crossed up going into 3. That helps you scrub speed just like they do in the race cars that race out here at the Williams Grove.
Track's going to be pretty fast, Scotty. They put a good bit of water down, wheel packed it in. Yeah, right there, Cody Kopp just goes the fastest lap time of the day.
Is that because of the extra moisture, you think?
Yeah, they just put down more water. It's just got more grip in it right now. It's also not quite as sunny as it was earlier today, so track's getting faster.
Dallas Daniels hanging tough right there, 2:06.686. So they made some changes as well. They're working their way towards the front. Bruce Evans up to 3rd on his Harley Davidson. Fisher goes to 4th. Now Fisher jumps up to 2nd, just as I say that, on his
3,000th, Scotty.
ATM.
What's up with 3,000s today? Everyone's right around that 3,000s. But yeah, Davis has a good shot because he's got he's able to see what's going on in front of him.
3,000 is basically a blink of the eye.
That's probably close enough where you couldn't tell who would win.
Like we had trouble figuring out who won last weekend, just like I'm having trouble
with that
spitting
word.
it out right now. Easy for you to say, Colby.
I make a lot of mistakes.
Heck.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look at the 12 pulling the front wheel down the back straightaway. Cody Kopp out in front. Dallas Daniels right behind him on the 1. Kopp is the 12. Right behind them is the 3. Again, single digits, former champions in our sport. Of course, the 1 is last year's champ. Briar Bauman's won here the last 4 times we have been here.
Cody Kopp just went even faster. Dropped 3/10 or 300ths, excuse me.
Even that 3 again. Down the back straight, looked like the white flag was out. This is it for qualifying. The fastest 8 will make it on the front row of a qualifying heat race.
Yeah, and this one's really going to seat the heat races because it is quite a bit quicker than the first qualifying.
They're going wider and wider down here in 3 and 4, just above the groove. We're rolling all over the place in the office today.
Everyone's trying to chase the moisture.
Should we write that one down?
Build more corner speed, roll a little bit more. Let's watch Cody Kopp.
Really crossed up.
Man, they've got something
above the groove.
They have something figured out with that bike because Cody can be that stepped out and it's still driving forward. You see his front wheel pull up and he's able to pull away from Dallas just a little bit. And I think that was a big advantage for them at DeCoin. It just is, even no matter how sideways he was in the corner, the thing just drives forward.
That was it for our final round of qualifying. That was group number 1. Group 2 is up next. Maddie Ruiz down there, first time at Williams Grove. What's happening outside?
Yeah, you know, we've been talking a little bit with the riders in between these 2 groups of qualifying here, and some of them talked about maybe exploring a little bit. The sun's going down, the clouds are out, and the moisture might be coming back here at the half mile. You know, maybe they use this time to explore. I know Davis Fisher was fastest in qualifying group number 1. He's 2nd right now, but he was mentioning maybe doing some exploring maybe outside of that rubber line.
Yeah, just above the groove, it looked like Maddie is where they're racing right, or where they're riding right now. And sometimes just above the rubber is a little bit faster. Sometimes you got to get back down there. As we go to group number 2, there's another rider from Pennsylvania. It's the Gap Pennsylvania rider, the 4-time World Ice Racing Champion, the 14 Logan McGrain. Behind him is the 57 Ian Wolf. Ian's from Ohio. He's on his Honda Hornet. Made his first Twins main just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, everyone is kind of chasing. They want to get off the rubber. There must be a little bit more moisture up in that darker brown. Not too surprising. We see that quite a bit. You either see them on the rubber or quite a bit off the top of it.
Yeah, right at the edge, maybe right above it.
And it doesn't take long for as a racer for you to figure out which way it is. If you're on the rubber and there's no grip, you'll just spin and spin and spin.
That sounds good. Whatever bike that was, I'm not sure if that was Logan's that went by or if that was the 57 Wolves, but that one sounded good.
I haven't really seen any of these guys, though, in this class go way low like we saw some of those singles riders.
How about for the ladies when they come out high, wide, and glamorous?
I like that.
I like that, too. We got some people sending us some messages up here. That's Brett Bigelow. That's Brian Bigelow's wife at home listening.
She's heard my auctioneering skills.
You have? Oh, it's your wedding.
At Davis's wedding.
I thought that was your wedding.
No, Davis's.
What were you auctioning off?
A table.
The first kid? Oh, the table.
Actually, I don't remember what I was auctioning off. Yeah, the table.
There's
first person to go get pizza.
A couple of beverages were involved on that.
2,200 smackers. I got it up that high.
2,200 kisses? Dollars.
22 Benjis.
Man, I'm not young anymore. Benjamins?
You know what a Benjamin Franklin
I'm just
is.
messing with you.
Santero.
Oh.
Up to 6. Back on topic.
Cody John Cox on the 96 is on the screen right now, the New York rider.
Own their own Yamaha shop.
Sunnyside
Cycle right there in Attica, New York. Father and son.
Been there.
You have?
I didn't go in, but I went through. I know exactly where it's at.
Right in the middle of the town. There's not much in town.
Oh, I know.
It's a prison.
It's a small town. Some of New York's very pretty. It's not all New York City.
Everything but New York City.
It's pretty?
Yeah. To me, at least.
Ryan Wells on the OTB number 94. There's Dalton Gauthier in the Royal Enfield. I believe he's on that the rest of the year, it sounds like.
4 Harley Davidsons in the top 6.
And we were talking about it. You were more of a fan of the Austrian and the Japanese bikes today.
I think Davis Fisher's got a good shot at it still in Dallas. He's compared to what he was in free practice. But, Scotty, we haven't talked about it yet. Briar Bauman going for 5 in a row here at Williams Grove.
I brought up a minute ago, and you were talking about something else.
What was I talking about?
I don't know, but I said he's already won 4 in a row. You're just like, whatever. Just kept on going. Look how high they're going. Above the groove, especially down here in 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out for qualifying. Mission AT Super Twins, that's going to be it. So Cody Kopp has the fastest time of the day in that last session. It was a 2:06.6 so he'll be the pole setter in heat race number 1. Here comes the mower Harvin on the 22 bike, and Cam Smith, who was fast earlier today, and Smith back there in 14th. How do you go from 2nd to 14th?
Track went away from you? Yeah, just the track the first session.
What can he do right now? He's seen what the track's doing. He's going to watch what they're doing. What can he do now to get back up to the top spot?
It's tough because he had a fresh track then. He maybe came with the right setup, and now the track's run in pretty good, so maybe he's just not gelling with it the same as some of these other guys. You know, Dallas was off the pace a little bit there on the timesheet the first session. Now look at him all the way up there in 3rd and I mean, lap times are within a 10th. So.
And we did talk about that earlier, keeping up with the changes. When the night falls, the track will change once again. Again, we have an open paddock area coming up at 6:30 till 7 o'clock. At 7 is our Dan Bromley tribute lap, and we'll take care of that. That is very important to us here today, and opening ceremonies today are at 7:20 p.m. Eastern time. If you're at home, Maddie is down there with our fast qualifier, the 12 of Cody Kopp.
Hey, you kind of stole my question here, Scotty and Colby. I know you're talking about this, but I want to get it straight from you. The track is about to change here throughout the course of the night, and you're kind of looking at one of those interesting nights here on the half mile. You're also trying to get that Grand Slam that Scotty and Colby have been talking about here. What's going through your mind here after you just went quick time?
That's just, it reminds me a lot of, I used to ride my Grom in a little polished concrete shop growing up, and that's what I feel like I'm doing out here. I'm just out like slowly moving around the corner, just swimming the front tire around. I don't even know it. You have to go slow to go fast, and I'm really good at that. So another fast qualifier. We got to be close to all of them this year. We just got to start converting them to wins like we did at DuQuoin, and we'll be in good shape.
Cody Kopp here, fastest in the Mission Twins here at at Williams Grove Half Mile.
On the track right now is the Royal Enfield Build Train Race Ladies. And what we're talking about the Grand Slam, I was talking to Chatty Madeline Rue out there about it. He won the first 2 races, which were short tracks. He won a mile last weekend. This is the last half mile of the season. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, but if he wants to keep progressing with that Grand Slam. A win here tonight would go a long ways.
I mean, it's going to stop or go it.
Exactly. It'll stop. In his rookie season.
That's impressive.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, what he's already done in the rookie season and leading the points and getting those 2 wins back-to-back at Daytona. He's so dominant there at Daytona.
Look at the ladies going up the racetrack just like the twins were just a moment ago. Rodriguez on the 113. Emma Gotch is on the 5. They're all on identical motorcycles. They, change the color of the wheels, change the paint job, the suspension, stuff like that, but pretty much they're identical bikes. Have you ridden one of these yet?
No, I haven't.
Why not?
Have you?
No. I'm retired. You just retired like last year.
I'm retired. I don't race anymore.
Yes, you do. You just raced not too long ago. You ran over your tongue, but you were racing.
I don't call it racing. I'm just out there having fun.
Okay, just playing. This is going to be a good battle. Look at these two. They're very close in speeds right now. The 113 Maticella Rodriguez 28.942. Emma Gotch 29.404. But they're nose to tail through the corners.
Yeah, Emma's grabbing a little toe right now because Maticella was able to be about half a second a lap quicker, at least on that one lap in the first qualifying session. But Emma Gotch right on her tail right now, so able to see what she's doing as Maticella goes wide, and Emma's going to take the point. Maticella's now going to get the chance to follow Emma.
Swap spots down here in 3 and 4. The 5 goes out in front. The Sioux Falls, South Dakota rider. She's won 3 of the 4 rounds so far this year. 113 won the other one. I would like to go. I think I'm going to go talk to them in our little break and just see how they think the track's doing. And it's the only half mile that they got this season.
Cody said it really good. I know the exact feeling that he's talking about. You do have to go slow to go fast because there's not a lot of grip, but there is some, and you can, when he says you're swimming with the front tire, you can just kind of do whatever you want with it. You can drop it low so you're like turning under, kind of under steering the corner. That helps the bike slow down into there. There's not a ton of grip in the track, but there is some.
They've gotten faster since practice, 28.942. There goes the 113 way up the racetrack down here at the far end. Checkered flag coming out. Emma Gotch makes the pass. Maticella's going to have to figure out how to slow down to go fast down there at 3 and 4.
Take some advice from Cody Kopp.
She was on the track, so she wasn't able to listen.
Well, you're going down there to talk to him.
You're going with me.
I've got other situations I got to get straightened out first.
I can't wait to hear this. There goes Big P to talk to. He loves talking to the fans. He's going across the track right. Big P, there he goes. He's bent down there. He's got a little fan right there.
Got a checkered flag shirt on.
Big P just ducked under. Maybe he's going up into the grandstands.
Kind of in the sprint car capital right now.
Man, there's sprint car racing here all around the place. There's about 10 racetracks around here. Up next, final round of qualifying for our Kicker AFT singles class. Who's going to stop the drain train?
Sadoff was close last weekend, wasn't able to get it done. Played his cards almost to exactly what he wanted, but just came up a bit short.
His little brother won the 2026 AMA Nikki Hayden Horizon Award a couple days ago.
Now he's off in Laguna.
Right, yeah, road racing. Here they come, Group 1, Kicker AFT Singles. 28, trying to get away from everybody else. It's Cage Tadman.
Man, there's a gaggle of them going off into 3 there. You can see Tadman kind of swimming the front end around a little bit.
Like Cody Kopp was talking about.
Is that the results?
I don't know if that's the results. I just got a little message from Wendy out there in Laguna. JD Beach is on top right now.
He's good at Laguna, so I'm not super surprised by that. Tadman, he's one of the shorter riders, so he doesn't have, his arms don't let him get super, super far to the back. Tom Drain, man, he's gotten tall. Definitely grown a lot this offseason and had that back surgery last year that helped straighten him up. And Big P was just waving him on down the front stretch.
Big P's having fun today like we are up here.
So right now, let's see if they're going to be able to get down to where they were. Chase Sadoff, that first time by out of Flyer was 27.044. They've got about 0.3 of a second to find to get down to where they were in qualifying 1.
Cadman's out front. He's third quick. Drain right behind him has somebody to chase after. 88 of Sadoff is at the top spot. 27.044. Now Tabin goes to the top spot. 26.958. The leader out front has the quick time in this round. Not quick as round number 1. Santero doing double duty. He's up there to 5th on the 75 Honda.
Sadoff way up the racetrack, trying to find some grip up there.
Completely opposite than what he was doing the last session.
Oh, he had that thing on the locks.
The first few sessions, he's at the bottom of the racetrack.
Yeah, Tom Drain going all the way to the bottom now, so let's see if Chase is doing some heads-up riding.
It looked like he was trying to do a slide job right there. Taryn goes to the top spot, 26.918.
The track lost some of the time. I think it may have dried out from
the Super Twins?
Yeah, a little bit. Chase was all the way to the bottom there. He's on the guardrail coming around. Yeah, the track, I thought it would have been faster, Scotty. I'm a little surprised right now. They can get into the 26.9s, but nothing. And so Sadoff, that's his fastest lap time all the way around the bottom, so he's been able to figure that out. So right now, it looks like the bottom's the way to go.
For the singles riders. Here comes Drain up the inside, trying to make the pass on the 28. They go up the racetrack, the 28 trying to square up the corner. And now the 88's completely locked to lock in the bottom of the corner, and here they come. Off of 4, white flag is out. 1/2 mile remaining in qualifying.
Yeah, I like what Sadoff's doing. He just did it again. He's able, so Drain's going in low, but he's drifting up. Sadoff's coming in low and staying low off the corner. Sadoff's going to put in another burner here, I think.
Even though he had to make the pass on the 28?
Yeah, because he didn't interfere with him. Sadoff might be able to get, he's a little too far back, but watch how tight he's able to hold off. He doesn't get it turned quite as good that time.
28 almost hit the back tire of the 88 right there. There's the checkered flag. Drain is out front, but he's 5th quick.
Drain,
first
quick,
last
Scotty.
lap. Man, the last lap, he made it.
And Fanders puts in a good one, too.
So the track was a little bit faster in the first round, but right now it's Drain fastest in the first round and now fastest in round number 2. We got some replays from this one. Watch the 28 and he's going to try to drift up the racetrack. Drain's going to try to square up the corner, I believe. Oh, that's just the 28 bouncing around a little bit. And Sadoff, that's where Sadoff was completely sideways right behind him on the 20.
That's
on the
where
88.
he's like 4 foot from the rail.
Everybody's sending us some fun stuff up here in the booth. It's smoother than the top of Granny's Cheesecakes. I think it's pool table top.
It is good. There it is. Look at the racetrack from up top.
It is a paperclip. Long straightaways, tight corners. You can see all the rubber going down where they throw it sideways into the corner and where they exit the corner when they're laying the rubber down on the throttle.
Looks a little bit tighter over there in 3 and 4.
It does. Here comes the final group of qualifying. Then after this, the pits will be open for you to go meet your favorite rider. The fast time in this session, 26.832, but the fast time overall is a 26.779. This is it for qualifying.
This is my favorite shot. Call this one the screensaver.
You haven't even taken a picture of it yet.
I'm going to get it as a screensaver.
I think you like it better when it's nighttime, though.
It's fine. Yeah, either one.
When are you going to go buy a shirt?
I already got mine, Scotty. I'm going to Beer Hill here in a minute. That's what I'm
doing. Are you? You're going to meet your friends over there?
Yeah.
They got shirts over there as well. The Beer Hill Gang.
All right.
There's your boy. Bolak is on the 156, but it's Eisenhart out in front. He's got his Cunningham buddy right there behind him.
He's impressive today. By far the most impressed I've seen out of him this year. And love watching him and his brother and how excited they get for one another.
Just got to note, they're starting to sell out of the event T-shirts. You better get them during this break coming up. They got a couple different colors. They got Brandon Robinson on there, and they got Trevor Bruner on that shirt as well. Eisenhart goes up to 6th on that first lap. Cunningham is 12th.
Cunningham just kind of stacking the results.
After you make that first man, it gets easier.
It does. Now his brother's just going to have to try to pick up some notes from him. Eisenhart up to 2nd. Cunningham up to 7th. They're towing each other around.
Cunningham just messed up right there. Look how low the back tire is on the 66 of Eisenhart. Remember, he loaded up and didn't stick around a race or two ago. They were having some issues, and looks like they got it figured out.
There at the coin, wasn't able to get it going.
Riding for Mark Tepper. Cunningham's probably the most impressive thing I've got so far today in qualifying, that 252.
Sure. St. Darrow's going pretty good too on the Harley Davidson, so that'll be fun to watch as the night progresses. Double duty, that's tough.
That is very tough on a long track with tight corners, so you really have to physically manhandle going into the corners and then physically ride it off the corners too. It must be official because I'm getting
lap 7. Race is still going.
So, yeah, okay, so it's still going, but we got Jiggy Dog out front. Your old teammate.
Eisenhart, yeah. Me and him here battling 14th and 15th, tooth and nail.
Eisenhart second in this second round. It's got to feel good to lead the laps too.
Yeah, his line choice is interesting. He's kind of riding right in the middle, right on the rubber. Just kind of, I think he's going slow to go fast, truly, to be honest, right now. He's kind of doing exactly what Cody Kopp does, not making any really quick movements, just slowly rolling back, slowly rolling on the throttle.
White flag is out. Last round of qualifying, last group out of all 3 of our groups today. And it's the 66 of Logie Bear out in front. Cunningham right behind him. Big P looked like he went down and picked something off the racetrack. And that means Raymond Rizzo, our racing chaplain, is going to wave the checkered flag. Here they come. And there is the chaplain giving the checkered flag to the 66. Here comes everybody else. All right, the bikes are on their cool down lap right now. For you folks that are here with us, that is it for on-track activity until about, looks like about 7:40 is when we start our heat race. Our first heat race will be at 7:40. We do have a very special tribute lap happening at 7 o'clock, so you don't want to miss that. If you're here with us, the pits are now open, but it's only for 30 minutes. If you're on the back straightaway, go up and over the super.com bridge. If you're on the front straight, you can go through the tunnel into the pit area. Again, the pit area right now, it's only open from 6:30 until 7 o'clock. We have a Dan Bromley tribute happening at 7 o'clock. Opening ceremonies are at 7:20. Our first heat race will fire off the line at 7:40. If you don't want to go anywhere, sit back and relax and watch the 2020 Williams Grove Half Mile presented by Jason Andrews.
Be fun to watch. Dallas Daniels, they got to hold this guy back.
Yeah, Morgan Mishler, I think this is his first pole position. Tanner Dean on the front row as well. And Henry Wiles, Shayna Texter mired at the back of the grid. They're going to have to make up for that here tonight.
Yeah, Wiles only got 14th at our last event. There is Texter. So 2 riders who are up front in the series to start the year are on the very back row to start this race. Revs are up. Let's go racing from Williams Grove. Oh, Tanner Dean, a great jump on the Honda.
Yeah, great jump there. Mishler, he's probably going to go to the high side right off the bat. Daniels up the inside. They go 3 wide per second coming off of turn 2. This is what AFT singles racing is all about.
Okay, so on the backstretch, Dallas Daniels now controlling the lead. Mishler, they were 2 fast guns in semis, and they're fast right now as well. Tanner Dean staying with him.
Well, track has changed a little bit. You know, we expected them to be able to go up and run multiple lines. We see that a little bit now, but we're starting to see some blue groove develop on the lower half, especially down in turns 3 and 4. It can be interesting to see how many lines are used down on this end and for how long.
Dallas Daniels controlled the race lead early last night on this racetrack, and then the racing line changed, and he said he didn't adapt quickly enough. What can he learn from that?
Well, right now he's doing the same thing he did last night. He's controlling the race at the front, and he's going to